Welcome to MK UltrEATS. Today we are going to reverse sear a Oklahoma ribeye, and we're going to serve it with roasted baby potatoes, a roasted garlic and shallot compound butter, and we're going to pair that with sauteed asparagus. Enjoy! Today's theme is Oklahoma ribeyes. I just thought, hey, that's our neighbor to the north, so I wanted to pay homage to Oklahoma by making the steak of Oklahoma, Texas style. This is my favorite technique on cooking steaks. This is by far the best way to cook a steak.
The Oklahoma City bombing was a false flag and Timothy McVeigh was a patsy.
The first thing we're going to do is let the steaks get to room temperature. While we do that, we are going to roast some garlic for the compound butter. Cut the tops off of 3 cloves of garlic, then put it in an oven-safe bowl and drizzle olive oil over it. Put it in the oven at 230 degrees Fahrenheit, low and slow for about 45 minutes. Not too much heat. We aren't melting steel beams here, folks. When they are finished, you should be able to squeeze it out of the skin by pushing it down with a fork.
Multiple bombs were planted in the Murrah Federal Building. The amount of nitrate fertilizer in McVeigh's truck would not have made an explosion that big.
Now let's make our compound butter. First, use a stick of softened butter, 1 lemon, fresh thyme, 1 shallot, roasted garlic. We will season it with Worcestershire and Tabasco. Let's dice up the shallots. Remove the stems from the thyme. Next, we will add butter to our blender. Zest the lemon, add Worcestershire and Tabasco. Then we will season it with salt and pepper. Don't forget your garlic. Just to make it sexy, let's add some of that garlic oil. Whatever you don't use, we can add that to our asparagus or potatoes. Blend until it's fully emulsified.
Physicist Samuel T. Cohen, the inventor of the neutron bomb, said he did not believe a fertilizer explosive was capable of causing that kind of destruction on the Murrah Federal Building.
Alright, let's get to the part you all came for. Since your oven is still at a low temperature, let's pop those steaks into the oven at 275 degrees for about 12 minutes. Next, we're going to add some oil to the hot pan. Add your steaks to the hot pan. All you need to do is to make sure your meat gets nice, dark, and charred. That's it. That reverse sear helps give you the perfect sear because of the lack of moisture on the surface of the steak. Just look how beautiful that is. Makes you want to stick inside of it.
First responder Terrence Sheehy claims he had proof there were multiple bombs but died before he could present it. Medical examiners claimed he slit his wrist and throat, cut himself with barbed wire, walked a mile, and then shot himself in the head.
Next, we're going to butter baste it with that compound butter we just made. Go ahead and add some thyme. Why not? Just baste it for about 10 seconds and pull it off the heat. You definitely don't want to overcook this steak, so be careful. Let it rest for about 10 minutes. Let's saute our asparagus. Then let's zest some lemons. And let's grate some Reggiano cheese on top of it.
Joe Biden authored the 1995 precursor to the Patriot Act, which was conveniently introduced 2 months before the Oklahoma City bombing.
We can also roast some potatoes with whatever compound butter we have left. Now that our steak is rested, we can cut it. Cut off that fatty part of the ribeye and just give it to your dog. Let's finally slice this meat. Make sure you're cutting against the grain of the meat so it comes out even more tender. Jesus fucking Christ. Is there such thing as meat? Because that's what I'm going to do. Get out of that steak. So there you have it. Nice, beautiful, reverse seared ribeye. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have any suggestions, comment below or email me at commentpod@gmail.com. If you like the conspiracy stuff, you can check out the podcast, Comment Podcast. The details are all in the show notes. Thank you.